Okay, I'd like to go ahead and now introduce the next group. And what I'd like to build with this next group is, let me show you the model. So here, we just finished coming down. This is the next one. This one's a winding road. And so it's different. We're going to use a different motion because it has to be able to make these turns. And if I had a lot of time, I could switch out cars, left side, front side, but I'm keeping it simple. We're just using the same. I want to teach you how to use the motion path. So that's the goal of it. So how do we do it? Let me go back to what we're building right now. Let's go File, Open Recent. There we go. And one, I don't like clutter. So I want all this to disappear, what we just built. So I'm going to come over here, what allows us to manage our timeline. You see this group we have here? I'm going to click on the arrow. It's now reduced. So now we're going to create a new group with new cars starting after this marker right here. I'm also going to come up here and see we have a group here, and it's all the layers that made up this group on the timeline. I'm going to close it, so we're just going to forget about it. I'm going to take this, and let's bring him, our new playhead, and this is where we're going to create our next group. So I'm going to go ahead up here. I'm going to say File, New, and I'm going to say, whoops, I apologize. Main menu, File, Mark, Edit, Object, there it is, I apologize. New group. And now we have group number 2. I'm going to highlight it. Sorry, group number 1. First it's called group, now we have group 1. And I'm going to, with group 1, we're going to just be redoing everything that we've already done in this first group. So quickly, you can either, I'm going to go, because the next step is where you're going to have a change. Right now you're not. So you can either start bringing stuff in on your own, or you can just watch this. So same thing, I go main menu, import, I'm going to say roads. I want the curving road, import. Then I'm going to take that curved road and I'm going to put our group right there at the end where that marker is for our new group. Then for that new group, I'm going to click on that group so I know it's active. Really doesn't matter. Main menu, File, Import, and I'm going to say cars, and this time I'm going to be having the side of the car. Okay, and so it's now in. I'm going to drag it over to be a part of that group, and then last I'm going to have main menu, File, Import. Let's go get the blue car, and there's a blue car, there's the left side of the blue car, import, and let's drag it over, and now we have blue, orange. I'm going to take the blue car, since it's already active, I'm going to squeeze it on down. I'm going to make him small. There we go. I'm going to move him over here. Let's go to the orange car, and I'm going to make him small. And I'm going to squeeze him way over here. Matter of fact, I might even make them a little bit smaller because they need to look like they're way off in the distance. And so now I have blue car out there. I honestly would probably even make them smaller, but I'm just trying to make a point to you guys. Okay, so that's where I have them beginning. Now I'm going to come in here and let's start bringing these guys down in size. So I'm going to grab the edge. I'm slightly off, I think. There it is. And I can't get to the edge to reduce it. It's sticking out. So how about I'm going to move this over a little bit until I can get to the edge of it, because it's off and I'm not sure why it's off. So I'm going to go ahead and reduce this guy. I'm going to reduce my orange. This is a cheating way of doing this. I'm going to reduce my red. They're all off my timeline when I brought them in. I should have reduced them before I slid them over to the markers, what I really should have done, but it doesn't matter here. We're almost there. Let me take this guy, let me reduce him, let me get the blue, let's reduce it. There's the orange, let's reduce it. I'm going to take, I know everything is going to go to that first green marker, take the blue, that's all I'm doing right now, it's just like everything. So I have group 1, blue, I have orange, and I have, there's my background, and somehow I really, come on, there. Now, I know, I'm going to go take a look at the other one right now, and let's get our time. So I'm going to come in here and go main menu, file, open recent. There's our model. And on the model, this next one is going to go from the 7 to the 13. So it's 6 seconds. 7 to the 13. So it's 6 seconds. So I'm going to bring us back. I'm going to take playhead. I'm going to go to the 13. 11, 12, 13. Come on, I could type it in. Whoops. Nice. Now I'm going to right click up here on the top of it. So I put my cursor right up there on the top of the playhead. I hold down the control key. I go add marker. And now I'm going to make sure that this is precise. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to zoom in. Let's get this as accurate as possible. So I'm going to take this guy here and bring him out. I'm going to take this guy here and bring him in. And this guy here, and I need to get there. I'm going to bring him out. And I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more. And that's accurate. No, I guess it's not accurate. It's still off. I'm off. That's what's great about zooming in. So I'm going to pull the orange out, I'm going to pull the blue out, and I'm going to pull the last one out. And now they're all perfectly lined up. I'm going to take my zoom tool, I'm going to move it back out. Now I know they're perfectly lined up. I'm set to go. I've got my marker. On the next step, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do an add motion path.